Hello everyone, welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We're your hosts, I'm Eric McLean.
Gustavo Reyes.
And today we're going to be talking about the DEWmocracy 2 crowdsourcing campaign.
Yeah, Eric, we have lots of questions from our fans asking us about our insights about the democracy campaign that you mounted.
Yeah, they're very curious.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
It was very well done, I really liked it.
Okay, let's not waste time and let's go for the first question. So the first one, they asked like what companies came from crowdsourcing products and ideas for products from customers.
So I think they really get to talk to their core consumers. They get to hear from the people that are invested in the brand, the people that care about the brand, that want to grow with the brand, and they're telling you exactly what they want to buy, what they want to pay for, and that's just genius.
Yeah, they reach lots of people, and they are using really good social media, and of course, in my opinion, the best value that they can have from this is to be a strong online community.
Absolutely.
That every company wants that nowadays.
Yeah. All right, so next we're going to talk about what do you think the value proposition was for PepsiCo?
I think the value was pretty big because they actually led the consumers to make important decisions that are usually taken advantage of the level. Of course, they let them engage. It was something fun. It was something new. Well, not that new because this is democracy too, but they do it better. And instead of paying these huge companies, marketing companies, to develop something nice, how to launch a product, they really apply to reach new consumers, the ones who actually buy the product.
And they really found a new way to reach them. They did it very, very well.
Yeah, I think it was excellent. The value proposition is all the consumers and all the money that they basically saved. Hey Eric, what do you think about the multi-stage democracy design?
See, I really liked it. I liked that they really used a bunch of different mediums to effectively reach the consumers. Like for some they met them in person, for some they used Twitter, for some they used Facebook, for some they used Facebook Live, for some they actually made the websites themselves reach out to Mountain Dew and explain why they are the best fit for Mountain Dew. And I think that's really new in terms of the whole crowdsourcing campaigns. I don't think that's ever been done before.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a really well planned and well executed and really well thought. Of course, the way they reached 17 different markets in 12 states in the United States, it was really good at the first stage to get to know what they were going to do, having 7 different flavors to give the consumers, and trying to narrow it down to just 3, and is what they did.
And it worked really, really well. Because they took 7 potential ideas and they made it 3 absolutely perfect samples. They were able to ship out to 50 people that submitted online why they think they deserve to receive the sample, 50 people outside of these 17 test cities, and they chose very, very well. I saw some of those 50 videos, and these people were die-hard Mountain Dew fanatics.
Yeah, you know what? It was interesting because they decided to use Facebook and Twitter, and one of the goals was to raise the amount of fans that they had. Yeah. And of course, 3,000 votes that they got. So the first stage, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was very well done.
What do you think about the second stage, the spread your flavor?
Oh, I really liked this one, the express your flavor. That was very well done. They took an invite-only Facebook page, and they took 4,000 of the people they believed best represented the Mountain Dew population, the Mountain Dew fanatics, the die-hard brand evangelists, and then they sent all 4,000 of these people samples of these flavors.
Yeah, I thought they were asking the consumers to send a little video of themselves and explaining why they deserve a kit, the entire 7 flavor kit. Yeah. To ship them to their house. It was great, and they even sent a camera recording how was their experience. Having those 7 flavors.
Yeah, and then after they tried the flavors, they actually voted, and that's how the flavor nations were created. Yeah. When the people that chose whatever flavor they chose, that was then their flavor nation. And they became a part of this nation, and then they really felt invested in the whole campaign after that.
Totally engaged.
Yeah,
that was good. What do you think about the third stage, the shoot to shade?
Oh, I think this one was really cool. This one was very well done. So what they did is they set up a Facebook live stream with 3 different colors for each flavor, and it was a paintball themed, and you could actually take your mouse and you could shoot the flavor that you thought the color that best suited that flavor. And when they launched this, Facebook Live was actually brand new. So for a lot of these consumers, this was the first time they'd ever participated or even seen a Facebook live stream. So it really drew in the consumers.
Yeah, sounds like something to do while you're doing homework or you're trying to
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, definitely. It was well executed and really engaging to the game.
Absolutely.
They could actually measure how were the consumers engaging.
Yeah, they could see how many times they voted, what state they were voting from. They really had a great idea of where people were and what they thought, and it was just absolutely fantastic.
And then they got the flavors, they achieved the objective.
Yeah, it was good. Very well done. All right, so let's talk about stage 4. What do you think of the name game?
Name game, it was pretty risky, in my opinion, because in the second stage they already asked the public to choose some random names for a possible product. But if I know that it was vetted by the the legal department of the PepsiCo, and that could be really risky, just if your public didn't like what you're doing.
Yeah. They
So
might feel like
that's what
you're
they
wasting
do
their
that,
time.
yeah, of course. But it was interesting that this time PepsiCo was smart and they were using Twitter just like
Yeah.
they
Mixed
just
it up a
love the
little.
winner. Yeah, for sure. I think it was a really good move after just like that limitation that the own legal department tried to forecast just to avoid some problems with for future products.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So Eric, let's go for the stage 5.
All
What
right.
do you think about the submit your vision, the packaging?
I thought this one was really cool. I thought that it was really smart of them. It was very well done. They reached out to art schools and designers and new fans, and they motivated them to submit their own unique art by offering these incentives. Like all 10 finalists received a MacBook Pro, which that's an expensive computer.
Yeah.
And then
I want one of those.
I would love one of those. And then the 3 winners were actually given a $10,000 prize, and they got to engage with the marketing team to sort of tweak their designs to make them stand out on the shelf. So I thought that was really smart. They actually made consumers want to give their unique art to this company because it would give them an avenue to show off their art, to show off their skills.
True. If I was a marketing student at honors college, I would definitely want to be part of the marketing team. And it was pretty good, and they finally got what they want. I think it was awesome that they got this general approach at the beginning, and now they were narrowing down to a specific sector.
Yeah, like a very specific sector, yeah.
It was a smart move.
Very smart. All right, so let's move on to stage 6. What do you think of the creative juices stage?
I think that stage was outstanding. It was outstanding because they applied the same formula from the stage 5 to the stage 6. They asked, again, now this time they ask the small advertising companies, film students, and basically people in the subject, they were like experts, right? They were asking to do a 12 seconds TV commercial, which that was smart because imagine the amount of money they were saving just to asking everyone to do their job.
Absolutely.
I think it was awesome. I think it was really good that they asked the public to do a pitch video why like
Yeah, why they should choose that specific like creator.
six finalists, 172 videos,
Yeah.
and tons of views.
Tons of views, yeah.
It was really good. It was a really good move, and I think they achieved what they wanted.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so let's talk about the end, the voting stage.
I think that was awesome because they released the 3 flavors in the market. They did a test, 8 weeks test, and of course like inviting all consumers to purchase the product, and it was like kind of competition, like all 3 different nations tried to make their product win.
Yeah.
I think it was outstanding.
Yeah, and not just were they trying to make their nation win, but they were also trying to vote for which website they wanted those ads to appear on. And then
That was pretty good.
once these
Cool.
and once these consumers listed their top 5 favorite websites in Creative TV, The Onion, Funny or Die, they actually made these websites fight for the ad time. Like they had to pitch to Mountain Dew why they should be selected. And I don't think that's ever been done before. I think that might be one of the first times a crowdsourcing campaign has ever done that.
That's cool because the company asked their consumers like where do they want to see the ads.
Yeah, and they told them exactly where they would look, and that's just the best kind of marketing you can get. If you know your consumers are going to see them, that's perfect.
Yeah, the winner.
Yeah, and the winner was Whiteout with 44%.
Wow, that was
Yeah,
good.
I've actually tried it before. It is really
Is it
good.
good? I never tried
Yeah,
it.
it's good. You should try it.
I will.
All right, so now we've gone over the stages. Let's talk about them. Do you think maybe there's too many stages?
Because the entire campaign was really successful as the 7 stages were. Like,
Yeah.
But I really think that it was one stage too many.
Yeah, which one?
Just the second one.
Yeah.
Because they asked the consumers to decide about the names, and in the first stage they did the same, just in a different platform. But although everything went good, it wasn't. It could be really risky. I think.
Yeah, it was really
6
effective use
was
of the
fine,
time.
yeah, for sure. Oh, if I ask you, what do you think about the multi-stage approach? Was it effective?
Yeah, I think it absolutely was. I think by having a bunch of different stages, all with different campaigns and different platforms, let's say someone couldn't participate in stage 2, they could jump right in for stage 3, or if you had the people that had a lot of fun participating in the first stage, they can be involved every step of the way, and they bring their friends in. It really helped the whole campaign just snowball and just get bigger and bigger the more that it went. And I think that was really well done.
Do you think it's gonna keep all the consumers in the long term?
Yeah, I think because you gave the consumers a chance to participate and actually have a say in what they're gonna be able to buy, I think they're gonna be invested in the brand now, and they're gonna wanna shop Mountain Dew when they open up the refrigerator section of a convenience store. They're gonna look right to the brand that they had a say in.
That's good.
They're gonna resonate with Mountain Dew.
So Eric, what do you think about the value of having flavored nations from the new labs?
Well, I think that was really smart. What you did is you sparked conversation about the brand. By dividing up your hardcore fans, you're gonna make them fight amongst themselves, and they're gonna spark conversation. They're gonna talk, and they're gonna talk online, and that's gonna bring more people into the conversation. And it's always good to have people interested in talking about your brand.
Yeah, having all these, I think it was smart just to start from the fans, the real fans, and divide them in 3 different groups and tell them this is what you're gonna do, this is what you're gonna create, who's gonna be the best.
Yeah.
So I think that was the bottom of everything.
Yeah, and it really was, and it worked really, really well, because I think something like over 100,000 comments went into the whole Flavor Nation.
Well, that's a lot.
There's a lot of people talking about your brand.
Yeah, and of course, I think the value for everyone is to talk about something, they participate, they can actually talk with their friends,
Yeah.
or maybe your children later.
Maybe especially your grandkids. So, do you think PepsiCo could take this crowdsourcing campaign that they have and apply it to maybe other brands?
I really think they can, because this is the second time they do it with Mountain Dew, and it was a year marketing campaign which was successful, and they already figured out, they already have a formula, and I think they did it already with Lay's.
Yeah, yeah, they actually did it with Lay's. It was the Do Us a Flavor campaign. It was pretty similar to the Mountain Dew. They had fans to get like plenty of ideas for flavors, and then they actually voted on which one would be the most popular, which one sounded the best, and then they submitted the 3. And I think this year's were sriracha and cheesy garlic bread.
Really, sounds
yeah,
amazing.
Sounds kind of weird, but I'd give it a try.
Oh, we should try it for sure.
Yeah, and then do you think these kind of crowdsourcing ideas are appropriate? Do you think they work for every brand?
I think you have to actually know your audience. Like, if you don't actually know what people are saying about your product, if you just throw a random crowdsourcing campaign through social media, that could be a disaster. Like, remember about this voting thing about?
The National Resource Council.
Yeah. It was really funny that they bought 3 different ships and they asked the public to name possible names. It was hilarious, because this company raised the prices. They lay out lots of people, and people were mad.
Yeah.
What was the name?
And then I think the winner was Bodie McBoatface.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, that is not what you want to call a $300 million vote.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That definitely a mess. It's
Yeah.
so risky.
All right, well, thanks guys for tuning in to this week's episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Catch us next week.
See you later, guys.